Good evening, good morning to everybody out there. This is IER Vibes, Info Entertainment Reviews, YouTube. Thank you all. Lots of love as always. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the great comments. So today we are into another day, Monday, May 2017. Gonna get into your quick earthquake forecast. If you guys haven't yet become part of the Vibes YouTube team, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show the love. I always give it right back. And always stay up to date with what may come up here on Info Entertainment Reviews. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Now, before I get into your earthquake daily forecast, I have something very interesting. And I popped this up by accident. I was just browsing in about nuclear power plants. But something a little bit different, which I never knew, especially being a California native. Of course, no longer living out there, but I never knew about this one power plant, and nobody has seemed to ever have mentioned it out of everything else that is mentioned and talked about, especially when it comes to nuclear power plants on a fault line. Just want to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about now. This is basically near San Luis, not too far away. This power plant, you guys, I didn't know it was in California along the main coast. Now, why would you build a power plant on a massive fault line system which runs into the Cascadia? And then of course you have the San Andreas fault line. And it's just astonishingly kind of overwhelming knowing that, wow, this is like another Fukushima sitting right there. Just what if? Supposedly it's designed to withstand a 7.0 magnitude, but of course it's not. And so before I got into the earthquake forecast, I did want to show you guys this because really, this is nuts. Right there. Just take a look at that view. I mean, this is a massive complex worth of nuclear, radioactive, you name it, right on top of a mass fault system, which connects into the tectonic plates. Unbelievable. Now, another thing is, take a look at this. So, U.S. nuclear power plants versus fault lines. And yes, take a look, as stated. So, we bet, like us, you were wondering about the earthquakes related to nuclear danger in the United States. Could face the wake. Last week's earthquake, which this was posted when Japan got hit. And so I wanted to add this in here, just so you get the idea of where I'm coming from. A lot of you already know this, but there is a lot of you who don't. So with this graph here, it just shows you basically all the nuclear power plant dangers because where they're at. Now Pennsylvania actually started doing a injection. I'll call it that. You guys know where I'm coming from on the injection part. And on the injection is basically wastewater being pumped into the grounds, and it's basically just 1 mile away from one of Pennsylvania's nuclear power plant operating systems. Now, on that alone has actually caused a state, I forgot the name of it, excuse me, but nearby they were feeling earthquakes and they were blaming on that. So very, very interesting. But I wanted to show you guys this. This is just really unbelievable. And this is from SBF Graphics. If you guys like, I can leave you a link down below the video so you can go check it out for yourselves. Also, not to mention, you guys, we have Alaska as well. And don't forget about Hawaii. That'll be on another update when I bring that to you. But really insane. Now, again, 7.0 magnitude that they say that this could actually withstand, which there's no way that could withstand a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. This is sitting right within between San Diego and Los Angeles on the coastline. On the coast, basically sitting right on top of the water if you really think about it. So it's supposed to have a 19-mile radius, but does it really? Over a 7.0 magnitude if that was to strike? I don't think so. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit me up. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. Now, let's get into your latest earthquake activity. This is a full 7 days of what's been going on. I want to go ahead and just step it up a couple notches. That way, keep up and also catch up with all of you viewers out there, as I was a couple days back behind being a little bit busy. So, starting off in South America. It's kind of cleaned up here a little bit. The reason why it doesn't look like a bunch of earthquakes, because I have them in a cluster type list. So instead of just scattered where you can hardly see, because there is a lot of earthquakes that had struck within the week, it's giving you the amount that had struck right within that area. So to start off right here, take a look at this. 7 earthquakes in the week, all ranging within 5-6 magnitudes, 4s, and of course just that largest one alone, which was a 5.6 magnitude earthquake that's had struck to date. Now, coming over here, 2 earthquakes within the week. Biggest one that's hitting at a 4.6 magnitude earthquake, following in Chile again, 25 miles west northwest, 5.2 magnitude. That was a single quake. Coming over here, these are today, folks. Don't forget, 4.3 magnitude earthquake, and right on the main tectonic plate system out here in the Pacific, 4.9. So just consider that a 5.0, because that's what it was. Now, coming up over here, take a look in El Salvador. 10 earthquakes within the week. 6.2 magnitude earthquake, which all of us had mentioned and spoke about, which did send that shock wave going through the west coast. Alaska got hammered. Alaska's been somewhat pretty well calm. We'll get to that here in a second, but take a look at this, you guys. 10 earthquakes just alone within that area. These are within a depth of 6 miles, and of course it rained on changing down as you go on to the other earthquakes previous from that. So depth of 6 miles, just unbelievable. They got rocked. Now coming up over here, 3 earthquakes within a week near Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, at a 3.4 magnitude earthquake. 20 miles south of Guatemala, Cuba, also with a 3.2 magnitude earthquake. And coming over here, 7 earthquakes. Oklahoma, as usual. This was the latest one, which they had yesterday. That was a 4.2 magnitude earthquake, and you know that was very well felt. I'm going to look into an article just to see if there were any possible signs of building damages, such as cracks into the buildings, possibly foundations, because even though it's nothing basically over a 5 magnitude, it seems that when a 4+ magnitude hits somewhere in Oklahoma, just seems to cause a little bit of damage as the previous earthquakes. So I'll take a look into that. But again, 7 earthquakes within the week, and the largest one with a 4.2. So as I was talking about that nuclear power plant along the west coast, pretty much basically right there. Take a look at this. 4.4 magnitude right off the coast of Oregon, but this is on the actual Cascadia fault line. And don't forget that power plant. Go back if you like to rewind that video. Actually, I'll go ahead and bring that up real quick and show you real fast. This plant is not too far away. Again, sitting right between San Diego and as well Los Angeles. And you can see where the fault is marked. It is built right on top of it. Just unbelievable, you guys. It's crazy stuff. So 4.4 magnitude, and that was yesterday. That had struck at 1 p.m. Coming up even further down. That's one thing to worry about, you guys. That's why something I want to add into. I'm going to be bringing that up quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and check out basically all of the most important nuclear power plants that we should basically kind of be aware of when it comes to a disaster. 3.3 magnitude, Craig, Alaska. 4 earthquakes near Kodiak Station, Alaska, all ranging within a 5.2 magnitude. Don't forget about the big quake they recently had. 69 earthquakes right here. This tops it off so far. 69 earthquakes, Tanaga Volcano, Alaska. That's telling you there's quite a bit of activity going on over there. 6.2 magnitude earthquake. That's one of the major earthquakes that we were all mentioning and talking about and letting you all know. Just kind of be aware because of what was going on, especially for the West Coast and the rest of the global tectonic plate system. Unreal. 69 earthquakes, and of course that was caused by that massive, just say 7.0 magnitude earthquake. Let's just put it at that because that's what that was. Now coming up over here, 2 earthquakes near Russia. Largest earthquake magnitude with a 4.8. Going down just a little bit further, take a look at this, you guys. 41 miles. Russia again, 4.4 magnitude. Japan got struck with 2 of them. This was on 5/8/2017, ranging within a 4.3. Now, Japan, again, this is Naza, Japan. You have a 5.5 magnitude earthquake which just struck. And then following by 3 earthquakes, the largest as it got hit with a 6.0 magnitude earthquake. Unreal. 3 earthquakes. Now the Philippines, which basically they're sitting on one of the weakest parts, because the further you start going past the Philippines into Indonesia, into Papua New Guinea, that's where all the fault line is just completely busted up and being held together like a broken piece of a plate you glued back. It's just crazy stuff, you guys. It's a very unstable zone, and I've said this many times. And then once you start stepping in, take a look. Indonesia, 4 earthquakes sitting at a 4.9, 4 of them. And again, consider it 5.0 magnitude earthquake. So there's been quite a bit of activity in just the last 7 days. And the biggest activity was that volcano area striking right up in Alaska. That was 69 earthquakes within just a week. So you got the 4 earthquakes that were hitting Indonesia. Take a look here. This is Sagara Ogo, Indonesia. Excuse me if I said that wrong. 4.5 magnitude earthquake. That was a single quake. And then following the pattern as usual, you not too far away from Thailand too, believe it or not, and a 4.7. And then also coming up over here, 4.8. So quite a bit of activity. Take a look with this one. 6.8 magnitude. I said it was coming. I said it was going to happen eventually. Bam. Take a look at this. On 5/9, you guys, which I did miss this update. 6.8. And I said if they get anything above a 7 magnitude earthquake or 7.8, they cannot handle it. It's just the more you get quakes this magnitude in this area alone, which is not too far away from Solomon Islands. I'm going to show you something on another video because this one is not going to be able to take all the recording as where I'm at. So I got to do another update, so stay tuned for it. But I'm going to zoom in. I want to show you how the last earthquake, when they got struck with that 7+ magnitude, which was almost an 8-pointer a while back. You guys all remember that. Now, when you zoom in along to the coastline area, the beach area, you can actually see where the fault or whatever, just whatever happened, it actually caused a little bit of separation. And a lot of people don't know about it. And I found that on accident. I was just zooming on in and it's like, wow. So we'll get into that one on the next video. So keep an eye out for that, you guys. Go check it out. It's definitely going to blow your minds away. It certainly blew me away. Basically pulling a lot of the ocean grounds apart with just, you get the subject. So 6.8 magnitude earthquake. That was 2 of them hitting. And of course, the other one was a different magnitude, but very well close. 3 earthquakes, Papua New Guinea right here and between Tonga. 3 earthquakes at a 5.1 magnitude earthquake. And then going towards into New Zealand, 5.6 single earthquake on 5/11. And then coming up over here, 4.6 on 5/12. And then also 2 earthquakes with a 5.1 magnitude earthquake striking up there in New Zealand. Australia, of course, nothing much going on, but we got to get into the Australia's monitoring map to see the activity that's been going on for them. So stay tuned in for that update as well, you guys. But as I was mentioning, the next update that I do here, which will be tonight, I'm going to show you. Actually, you know what? Maybe I have enough time and just go show you guys real quick. So anyhow, like I was saying, with all this activity in this area, this is a very weak zone. And so this is definitely, like I said, yes, you have the West Coast to worry about, but this is one of the concerns. Now look at the Solomon Sea, okay? Look how small Solomon Islands is. I hope this continues to record. If it does not, I'm going to have to re-continue. But I think we're good so far, you guys. I just figure I'd go ahead and try to show you real quick. And let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear what you all have to say about this. This is going to definitely trip you out. I'm not kidding. Alright. So when they had this last quake a while back, if we go in and zoom on in, and it looks like quite a bit of it got redesigned, if you guys know what I mean. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's edited out, and last time it was edited out, and this is different this time. So, excuse me on the battery. So this is all edited out, you guys. Last time I was able to see this so clear, it was just unfreaking believable, and here we are. This here, there might be another area where you could go use another map to clearly see this. These are not oil. None of this is oil spots. You can clearly see exactly what I'm talking about. And if you guys think otherwise, well then, you know what? Hey, let me know. Everybody has a different look and point of view. So, again, it is just obvious that's not oil. And I'm pretty sure we all know what oil looks like. So take a look. And again, this is not nearly as clear as the last time when I was zooming in and checking some of this out, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, is this really what I'm thinking this is? And here's where it gets even worse. So the way it looks like to me is that basically that ocean ground, a lot of it has separated apart in many different areas. These are a lot of big cracks in the ocean ground. And you can barely see all of them. Of course, right there. All shaded out. But gosh, I wish I could have showed you the very first time I did upload, and it was taken out after I uploaded it. So if I'm wrong, you guys, then let me know in the comments down below. Because many others who did get to see basically had the exact same opinion that I did. And you can clearly see, if this was oil, I don't think it would have this kind of pattern. So there it is, you guys. It saved me another upload, but I'm going to go on ahead and upload later on. Let me know what you think again down in the comments below. Really would like to hear what you all have to say. What do you all think about this? Just look at the pattern and compare this patterns to actual massive amount of cracks throughout the United States in many different areas. And you let me know, you guys. But there it is, folks. Want to go check it out for yourself? Go on, get on the map and go view it. But this one here definitely is different from the last time. But you did see clearly what I'm talking about. And you can still see as we're zoomed in above, just in one area alone right here. So there it is, folks. Kind of went over time on this earthquake update. You did get a full 7 days, and I did want to go on ahead and bring up a few topics which were very interesting. So that is it. Lots of love. Don't forget to share, subscribe, be part of the Vibes team if you haven't yet already. Thank you to everyone who already is and has been since I've started my channel. I started from nothing with nothing, and can't thank you guys enough and really appreciate it. Just want to let you all know that again. And there's a lot of you who I do follow. You guys all got great channels. Keep up the great work, everybody. Big shout out to Mo Chat as well, following by JTRC. And a shout out to YouTube.com itself. Thanks to YouTube for allowing us because, hey, they hooked every single one of us up who are on YouTube. And I think if it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't be able to be doing all the hobbies and all the great things that we do here. Lots of love, everybody. This is IR Vibes, Info Entertainment Reviews. Heads up high, feet grounded. Love, live, smile.